light that... Nina, I thought you weren't coming.
And I wasn't going to.
But why? The exhibition's great. Do you want a drink? Ah, do you want to meet the artist? Well, I'm glad you came.
I'm here because I've something to tell you.
About? And in person? What about this? You can whisper.
Why didn't you tell me?
Why'd you say that?
You've got psoriasis.
Yeah, and?
What do you mean?
Did you know they called me the Lizard? Didn't you have a nickname at school?
A model with psoriasis. And if it flares up? The shoot is ruined, and I don't know, it just seems to me very unprofessional.
You know a lot about psoriasis. What bothers you is that I can cope and you can't.
You have no right.
I looked at the photo shoot. Your gestures. It's something that I'm very familiar with. If my skin is lizard-like, yours is a snake.
You have no idea, it's not... You have to live with it to
Nina, relax. I've struggled as well.
No, Marco, you can't pretend you understand me like
Nina,
that.
listen to me. My case is not the same as yours. But I know what it means to be insecure. I know what it's like to lose jobs. And be afraid to get undressed in front of someone.
Please just stop this.
But now I have everything under control. See? Science moves on. When did you last see a dermatologist? Trust me. For the first time, I feel good about myself. You know, I can work. I'm sure Louise didn't even realize. When I work with other designers, it's all fine. And now, we have one more thing in common, don't we? Our skin.
Our skin? Our skin, Marco? Look at me. Look at me, Marco. That's my skin. You don't understand anything and nobody gets it.
Nina, I know it's hard, but there are many like you. Many others, and we're helping them. Psoriasis is not very well known, rarely talked about, and the cases are very varied, but it's more common than you'd like to think.
So if it worked for him, do you think it could work for me?
Well, each case is different. From what you've told me, your friend might have a milder form of psoriasis and is receiving a type of treatment that...
He's not my friend, he's nobody.
Well, in any case, he seems to be doing well.
So then you think it could work for me?
You have more severe psoriasis and you need a different type of treatment. I've told you before that each case is different. And yours is different.
Yeah, it always is.
We have your blood test results. Everything is fine. And with your background, I think there is something we could try.
If it's going to be difficult, I'm not sure I'm interested. I'm afraid of the side effects. Besides, Doctor, my job is very demanding, traveling and on the move all day long, and I don't think that...
On the contrary, you will be able to live your life, your projects, quite normally. What's really important is that you can be yourself, and that psoriasis doesn't prevent you from living a full life at your own pace. If you have to travel, you travel. But you have to take care of yourself, as you know. A well-balanced diet, some exercise. And some people even benefit from psychological support.
Yeah, I've been let down so often.
I understand. I don't want to pressure you. But it's about more than your skin. It's about improving your life.
Doctor, I need to think about it.
We'll schedule an appointment to start the treatment. And if you have any questions about anything, just call me. Trust me. Medicine is making progress. Your father told me what you've been through. It's worth a try.
My father? What does he have to do with you?
Well, I thought...
Yeah? Dad, I don't have much time.
Nina, where are you?
Coffee?
No, I don't want anything. Just to see you and to know what the doctor said.
Well, I have something to ask you. Why are you talking to the dermatologist behind my back?
Oh, Nina, it's not behind your back. I told you that this doctor was recommended to me, and I simply called her before I gave you her contact details. Just to get to know her. You know what you're like with dermatologists.
What about my dermatologists? What?
Okay, you're right. I spoke to the doctor and told her about your background, but I just wanted to help you. Nina, I'm worried about you. And since your mother died, I feel even more responsible.
No, don't bring Mum into this. I didn't get this skin from her. I got it from you.
Come on, Nina. You know I only...
You just want to control me, and that's what you've always done to me. I can't take it anymore. I can't sleep or do work. I can't even undress in front of anyone.
Nina, come on now.
Dad, I can't take this. So I think the very least you can do is try to stay out of my life. I have to go now.
Dark colours, closed collars, not much skin, long sleeves, and a lot of style. Young, enigmatic, and she gives very few interviews. You know who we're talking about, don't you? Good morning, Nina. Nina Miralta.
Good morning, Lola. Well, and everyone.
Some say that you have a very personal style, that your clothes aren't exactly the life and soul of the party, and that you don't vary your style much from one collection to the next.
Well, sometimes I think that I don't really do fashion, or at least not in the sense of fashion that goes out of style. My idea is that people feel like my clothes are their own personal style when they choose them, not because other people wear them. I want an item of clothing to be what one of my mother's jackets was like for me, for example. It's more than a jacket.
Right.
When I looked at that jacket, I could somehow see her around the house, or I could remember smells, hear her voice. She was in that jacket. I design fashion for people, not for shop windows.
But I think it's just the opposite. Your personality comes out in your clothing.
Yes, I don't see why they can't go together.
Or maybe it's the people you design for. We're talking about people who are maybe a bit special, right?
I don't understand.
Well, always dark tones, high collars, long sleeves. It's like you want to hide the people who wear those clothes rather than bring out their character.
I think a lot of people like what I do. You're saying they have no personality?
No, it's not that at all. It's just that I'm not sure I agree with what you said.
Am I here answering questions or to be judged?
That's not my intention, honestly. It's just that, of course, people want to know more about you.
Okay. Well, let's carry on then, but without the judgment.
Okay. We have some questions from our streaming viewers.
Go ahead.
One person, Charlotte, says here that she has read somewhere that your obsession with not showing skin in your designs has to do with some personal disorder or trauma.
This interview is over. This interview is over.
Skin in your designs has to do with some personal disorder or trauma.
Doctor. Elisa, I can't stand it anymore. I need you to help me. I've decided that I want to start the treatment. Any chance we could start tomorrow? It's just, I have to travel.